Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Apologies for the earlier video. My stupid self actually had the slate for tomorrow pulled up as we looked at some of the pitching matchups, and I was looking at some of the Saturday, Sunday handicapping to kind of see what pitching matchups we'll have available, and kind of got it going on my way with the wrong tab open. So that's something where I got to try to increase the caffeine and the coffee in the mornings as I do make these videos around 5:30, 6 a.m. Each and every single day. So apologies also for getting this one out late. We'll kind of touch base on this card. I'll try to get through as quick as possible and give you guys my thoughts and insight on the Friday slate. Okay, this is the Friday slate as we look into August 8th baseball that we will have. Also, kind of recap yesterday's action. We split. Okay, the Miami Marlins, they ended up losing one. Should have been on the over for that game, a little bit on the side, but the A's did cash. So in a game where we thought we were going to have two, the Marlins relinquished their lead. And then, as we all know it, that was one where I thought we were going to steal two. But hey, we'll take a split. We live to fight another day. And let's get into the best bets for today. All right, so before we do, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Please subscribe down below. And also feel free to say what's up. Leave a comment down below what you guys will be on. And let's talk some baseball, okay? To do so, we will use Outlier. All right, simply put, I am affiliated with them. If you're not using Outlier, personally, I think you're at a disadvantage as we do get into multiple sports and with the offerings and the markets and the props and just numerous sports running concurrently, which we're about to have coming within the NFL, NBA, as well as the baseball season coming to a close. And then, of course, basketball will kick up. Outlier definitely does give you that advantage for a very, very short price. Not even the premium level, but just even that basic version does give you a lot of great perks throughout navigating your best bets that you can be making each and every single day. All right, first game on the docket is one that we will kind of look to an official play here. This is the Reds and the Pirates. Now, as we look at this game, the Reds are coming in at a -118 money line road favorite. I do favor the Reds quite a bit with Chase Brown pitching. Chase Burns going against Mitch Keller. Now, one thing about Chase Burns, as we look at this young rookie in this NL Central kind of matchup, it is something where he's 0-3 on the year with a 6+ ERA. So keep that in mind. But he is a flamethrower and he is a power pitcher. And even in the game where they did have that, the thing was Bristol Motor Speedways. Okay, that's where we saw the 17,000 pounds or whatever they used of kitty litter to dry out that field to try to make it work. Just did not work out as planned. Kind of burned up his start, and he was getting it done from a strikeout perspective. Okay, so in this game, we can fade the Pirates. Mitch Keller is 5-10 on the year. I think that the Pirates have been hitting the baseball a little bit better than what we're used to handicapping them. But I think that Chase Burns is the way that we are going to look at this game. I lean towards the Reds on the money line, but the big storyline here, let's look at some strikeouts because we're going to ladder him. Okay, over 7.5 Ks at -130. I'm going to do a half unit on that. Okay, on DK you can find that, and if we look back at his basically all his starts on the season, he had 2 in that first inning against Atlanta before that rainout, 7 against Philadelphia, and then 3 straight 10+ strikeout performances. One thing about Pittsburgh is they struggle with power pitching. Okay, so a guy like Chase Burns can come in and really mop up some Ks. So in this game we are going to back him. I know it's kind of chalky, but a half unit on the over 7.5 Ks at -130. Also, and then we're going to do a quarter unit on some alternate lines, and this is the beauty of Outlier. Okay, taking the over 8.5 and the over 9.5, +130 and +240 respectively. So if Chase Brown notches another 10 strikeout performance, even if he gets 8 or 9, we're still going to make out pretty well. So I am going to take Chase Brown, laddering him up, half unit on the over 7.5 and a quarter unit on 8.5 and 9.5 to the over. Okay, next game on the card, we are going to look at the Astros and the Yankees. We'll have a play tomorrow in the favor of the Astros. Today, not so much. All right, we look at Hunter Brown going against Littler. This is one where the Yankees have won 4 of their last 10. The Astros are kind of hot and cold as well. Okay, it's a coin flip game. This is a game where we don't have any edge whatsoever. So unless you think this game is going to go over the total, we're going to fade Hunter Brown, fade Schlittler. That's kind of the only way I would approach it. But for me, guys, in Yankee Stadium, there will be no official play. Athletics and Baltimore, next game to talk about. JT Ginn going against Shugano, okay? This is one where I did lean towards the over in this contest as well, but outside of Sacramento, getting out of that minor league ballpark, the 10 runs is kind of a little suspect. If this was set at 8.5, this would be a no doubt about it, playing the over between the A's and the Orioles. But for me, guys, this will be a pass as well. However, came very, very close to playing the Athletics on the money line as well, and that's kind of where I would lean in this contest. Just wanted to kind of put that one out there. I do suspect a lot of offense in this game. Whether or not we hit 10 runs, that will be one yet left up to playing it out. But as we look at the A's and the Orioles combined, all right, more so with the A's, right? Only one time out of their last 10 games they've scored 10 runs or more. And for the Orioles, it's only been 4 times out of 10 that they have scored 10 or more. So it's A's or nothing for me, but also a small lean on the over, okay? Next game, the Tigers taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Yes, Skubal is pitching against Hendricks. Love the Tigers here, just not at laying $3 almost. So if you did want to get involved, I did like Skubal to record a win. You can see right here how we're looking at him to record a win. The number set at -150 there on DraftKings. A little bit too far for me, okay? This was able to be bet a little earlier in the day at -130, -135. That's where I would stack up if you were going to get involved with this game. It's a great parlay candidate as well. The Detroit Tigers should win this game with ease. Skubal coming into this matchup, 11-3 on the year, 2.18 ERA. So it's Skubal to record a win or nothing for me in this contest, all right? Back into the card, the Marlins and the Braves. This will be a play for me. We are going to back the over 8. A little alternate number here. You can take a flat even money bet at over 8.5, but for the Marlins, I do like them a little bit to win this game, and I do think that as we talk about the Marlins and Braves in Truist Park, I think we're going to get a lot of runs, especially with the matchup between Cabrera and Elder. A lot of runs expected for Miami, taking an over 8, so we do have a push available. This will be a bet that I'm going to make at a -115 price. You can find that right there on FanDuel, readily available, okay? Guardians and White Sox, no play for me. I do think this is one where we could sneakily get a little action here on the White Sox. Okay, Tanner Beebe going against Aaron Savali, a former Tribe member. If you do look at Savali, right now 3-6 on the year for him at a 4 ERA roughly. Going against Beebe, I think this is going to be a lot of offense. The total set at 8.5. Check the wind in Chicago, as that always does play a role. But I do kind of lean towards the White Sox, plus 1.5 at -135, and the over as well, as we do look at this matchup. No official play. The next game is the Phillies and the Texas Rangers. This is where the Rangers are plus money home dogs, and in this contest, it's one that is worth noting because you do have the newly acquired Merrill Kelly going against Christopher Sanchez. All right, so that's why the Phillies are road favorites. Sanchez is very impressive, not so much in his last start, but he did face a little bit better of a lineup. The Rangers at home does give you a little bit of pause, but I'm not in the business of betting against Christopher Sanchez. For my money, arguably the best pitcher in baseball. Personally, that's kind of where he stacks up in my regard. So I do like the Phillies anytime he pitches. Also, Christopher Sanchez outs, but on the road, playing a great Texas lineup. It's going to be something that we're not going to get involved with in this contest. So this will be a pass as well. Mets and Brewers, we're going to go right to it. This is where the Brewers have been absolutely phenomenal. They've been almost an ATM for me. Milwaukee on the run line, cashing in 7 of their last 10 games. We're going to go right back to it. Fading Kodai Senga, for me, this is one where I just don't like them. All right, Mets have won 2 of their last 10 games outright. I do think Milwaukee gets this one done at home with ease, as they won 9 of their last 10, I should say. But Milwaukee there on the money line, on the run line, excuse me, too much of a value play to pass up. This is a plus 158 price, okay? Sounds too good to be true, but that's why we're going to lay it. So Milwaukee on the run line, plus 1.5 or minus 1.5 at plus 158 is the official play in this contest. Royals and Twins, no play for me. We do get the 2 best pitchers for these clubs respectively. Kind of why we see it closer to a coin flip, as the Twins at home behind Ryan going against Seth Lugo. I like the Twins minus 134. They've won 3 out of their last 4. Kansas City, they've been winning baseball games, but they have been laying some duds, playing some better competition as well. But for me, guys, it's Twins or nothing in this contest. Cubs and Cardinals. This is another NL Central game that we have to talk about, as we do look at Matthew Boyd going against McGreevy. The Cubs, minus 150. It's something where I think this is a little bit juiced up, but I still like the Cubs even at this stiff price. So if you do want to get involved, this could be a Cubs split, taking a half unit on the money line, half unit on the run line. But I think the Cubs get this job done behind Matthew Boyd, and I would not be opposed to laying the minus 150 if you are trying to build a parlay. So I probably will have that in my mix as I do kind of make my lottery play for tonight's contest. All right, Rockies and Diamondbacks. That's where we look at Gomber going against Zach Gallen. This is where the over 9 does come into question. I think this is one very strong play. Have the push available. I would go over 9 as Arizona, despite trading away a lot of their key pieces, have been putting up some run support. So the Diamondbacks and Rockies, outside of Coors Field, mind you, I still like the over 9 within this contest. Not going to lay $1 or $2.40 for the Diamondbacks. But I do think that Gallen will get beat up a little bit, and Gomber as well, 0-5 on the year, 6+ ERA, so the over 9 is live. Next game, Boston and San Diego. It's Walker Buehler going against Nick Pivetta. I like the Padres quite a bit, minus 168. It's a stiff price, so Padres not the bat in the ninth is kind of how I'd approach this game. Outside of that, no real clear play for me. Maybe the Padres over team total. They're pretty much winning 8 of their last 10 games. They've been scoring with ease, and Boston, on the other hand, has been similar as they have won 8 out of their last 10 as well. Off a loss, I know Boston may be a little bit live, but I think the Padres kind of take care of business. Very familiar with Walker Buehler as well, as he was throwing for the Dodgers in the NL West. So that's something where I do like the Padres quite a bit in this contest. Rays and Mariners, no play for me. Coin flip game. The Mariners have been hitting the baseball exceedingly well, winning 4 straight games, $1.20 there for the Mariners. A lot of people are leaning towards the Rays. All right, very, very sharp move. I think as we look at kind of how the bets have been coming in, you can kind of see an overwhelming amount of support for the Mariners. I think that this is the sharp move. The Mariners here on the money line, 91% of the handle, albeit 70% of the bets. So I do like the Mariners at a short minus 120 home price. Also, not really opposed to the under in this contest as well. Very much leans, no play officially, but that's kind of how I see the Rays Mariners game shaking out there on the West Coast. 2 final games to talk about, and the last one between the Nationals and Giants. No play for me. We're not even going to discuss it. I think this is a game that you just stay away from unless you like the Giants a lot. But for me, this is a clear-cut pass. James Wood has been hitting the baseball very well as of recent, so that's something to take in consideration. But the Giants, 58 and 57, they have cooled off a little bit, and the Nationals 45 and 69, maybe playing the worst baseball in all of the big leagues. So this is a game that's just completely ugly, and I'm going to be staying away from it. Okay, but the last one that is worth talking about is the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. Right? If we look at kind of this being a battle of the Cy Youngs in the past time. Okay, Max Scherzer going against Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw 5-2 on the year, 3.29 ERA. The Dodgers are hosting the Jays, minus 135. They're on the money line. The Dodgers have been playing great baseball, but what can be denied for the Toronto Blue Jays? They're setting the record for hits and run output in a 3-game series in the history of the major leagues. It's hard to bet against at the stop. So for this weekend series between the Blue Jays and the Dodgers, a little interleague action going on, it's going to be very hard for me not to play all 3 games going over the total between the Jays and the Dodgers. However, in this matchup, I'm not going to bet against the Blue Jays lineup, but I do think this game in specific does bode well for the likes of the Dodgers in backing Clayton Kershaw. So it would be a lean towards the Dodgers, minus 135. Also, I do like the over 9 quite a bit, over 8.5. You want to pay some juice in that contest. Okay, so that's it. We'll do a quick recap real quick. If you have not done so by now, hit that like button. Please subscribe down below. We're going to ladder Chase Brown. Like I said, a half unit on the over 7.5 at minus 130, quarter units on the over 8.5 and 9.5 at a plus 130, plus 240 price respectively. Milwaukee on the run line plus 158, and the Miami Braves game going over 8 at minus 115. Those are my official plays. Okay, talked about some of the leans, some of the numbers that are unbettable. I appreciate you guys being patient with me. Apologies for getting this video out and confusing the pitching matchups for tomorrow. So I just want to do something right and get this one out as soon as I can. I know we don't really throw that first pitch till after 6 o'clock Eastern, so there's plenty of time left. Also, shout out to the Cleveland Browns. Looking forward to Shedeur Sanders getting the start for the Brownies. And as you guys all know, I am a Cleveland sports fan, so from a non-betting perspective, I'm going to enjoy that one. So hoping the kid a lot of success, regardless how you feel about the Sanders family. Never want to root against somebody to do well, and I'm just kind of pulling for Cleveland as a whole. Okay, they have not found a quarterback in God who knows how long, so it would be nice to see this one pan out. So I'm going to kind of reserve judgment till after tonight, and even after tonight, it's just still the preseason. So appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, thank you all for being a part of TBM Sports. Remember to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Thank you to all my channel members, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow in the next video. Good luck on your picks.